Everybody, Ralph Havens here, and today I have decided to start a new series. I guess you could call it a mini course. Let me see where we get some good backdrop here. A mini course, and I'm calling it Psychic Warrior Secrets. So, the idea with this is going to be, I guess we don't have a really clear spot. I don't want to hold this the whole time. The idea is going to be how to truly start to know who you are. Like, what are you? That's the age-old question, right? Like, what are you? Who am I? That's the spiritual question, and then to live in this world as that. And so they talk about to be in this world but not of this world. And so the idea is to not just know who am I, who are you, but to be able to use it in a way that has some tangible results, right? I mean, we all want stuff in this world, at least most people do. Some people say they don't, but if you dig a little bit, usually people want something, from this life, from being here, and to live a good life. And what would that be for you? So this is going to be a mini course. You can get it by just joining the YouTube, or there's going to be a bunch of links below, and you can join on all the links if you want a whole bunch of information, and I encourage you to do that, or just join with one of the links, and keep looking for the YouTube videos as I release them. They'll be called Psychic Warrior Secrets. Now, the first part, I was wondering which was the first part, and I was going to tell you one of the big secrets, but one of the secrets before all that is you got to actually know what you want, right? You got to know what you want, and you got to go deep with this. It can't be a superficial, oh yeah, I want this, I want this kind of money, or I want to just know that I'm, the spiritual being having a physical experience, or, one of the things you've read in a self-help book, or in some sort of course, or, what you've been told, or what you think you should want. You got to kind of go deep with it. And so what you can do right now is just, if you want, is to think about what it is you want. And you can even start to brainstorm and just write it all out, and come back and watch this video again and again and again, and just go deep with it. What do you want? And what else do you want? And after that, what do you want after that? And what else would make your life really good? And what do you want? And what do you want? And if it pushes buttons, maybe what do you want so that it doesn't push certain buttons? And just go through anything and everything, your money, your health, your love, your relationships, your meaning in life, your impact, what you're here to do in the world, all the things you want. And when you get to the end of that and you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then you could look back on the whole list and go, why do you want that? It's the question little kids ask all the time, right? Why? Why that? And then you tell them an answer and they're like, well, why? And it's why? Why is the sky blue? I don't know. It's like, so you ask the question over and over again, why? And you keep going deeper, and you keep going deeper, and you keep brainstorming more of, why do you want this stuff? Why is it important to you? Why do you want it? And the reason we're starting here in the Psychic Warrior Secrets is that if you don't even know what you want and what it really means to you, will you really do any work? Will you really make it a priority? Will you go that direction? Maybe you'll go a different direction because you didn't know what you really wanted. So asking the question, why do you want this stuff? These things in different parts of your life. We have different parts of our life, right? Our money, our health, our love, our impact, our happiness, those kind of things. So I encourage you to go deep with this exercise, a journaling exercise, and get really clear of why do you want it. And then as you look through the why you want it, you could look back and go, what would be the best part of having that kind of life? Out of all that stuff and why you want it and all of that, what would be the best part? The best part of having that? And that's going to take you deeper yet, deeper still, of why is that important and what's the best part of that thing. Now you're going to get to a point, if you go deep enough and keep with this and sincere and really do this, you're going to get to a point where there's a certain thing that you get and it's intangible. There's a certain thing that you get if you get all the stuff you want and all your big whys. There's something that happens and you start to feel it. Now, when this happens, this is actually a pre to Psychic Warrior Secrets, because if you have that, you can do this. If you don't have that, it's really hard to make the effort and to even know what you're doing. So that's the key. Now, when I've done this with people, I've had some really cool things, because I check in with them and say, what's been the most valuable thing for you with this process, with this hanging out with me time? And I've had questions. Numerous people have told me that they didn't know they wanted to live up until a few minutes before that moment when it all started to come together. I've had people tell me that up until then, they didn't, they now truly knew that they would be well, that they'd be healed. They absolutely had a total knowingness that they were going to be healed. I had somebody tell me that it's a kind of conversation you should have with yourself and with somebody at least once in your life. And it's something that I do a few times a week. And it's really deep. Now there's things to do after that. And we're going to be going through those things, Psychic Warrior Secrets. And it's different than what you might be thinking and what you've been led to believe. There's a real physicalness to it too. It's not just all thinking stuff. It's not just all airy-fairy and law of attraction stuff, which I love, but it's deeper than that. It's in your actual cells of your body. And there's a way to go do this. Now it's going to be physical, and it's going to be also mindset. It truly is where your mind goes. That's where the energy flows. It truly is that, but there's some physicalness to it too. So if you're interested in this sort of thing and going deeper with the what am I, who are you, what are you, and to be able to use it in a very physical way in the universe to get the life that you truly want, the big why, then you can join me. And you can go and click on the little icon if you haven't subscribed yet, to subscribe, and then the little bell lets you get notified of every video that's released. And you can look for the ones that are called Psychic Warrior Secrets. And I'll be releasing more and more ways to play with this, using this. So comment below after you do this exercise, and let us all know what it is you want and why you want it and what it would do for you. And what that is you calling your shot. Kind of like Babe Ruth saying, I'm hitting it over that wall, and boom. So it's like you call your shot and you put it out there to the world, to us, to the public, to be out there. Yeah. There's some magic that happens with that too. So I hope you join me. It'll be so fun to have you with us. And I'd really love to see you commenting and sharing this. And let's get a really big group connecting in with our hearts. And then turning it into a physical what you want. All in the process of discovering who we are, who you are, who I am, what this is really all about. So I'll put some links below in the video, and you can click on any of them. If you click on all of them, you get a bunch of really cool emails of all sorts of cool stuff, trainings and videos and sessions and things. and then you will be notified when these things are released. So super excited to do this. It'll be really cool. And it was spurred on by us moving. And, we just moved into this house in Bellingham and left the mountain and Mount Baker area just this week ago. And as we're here, it's like, oh, we're living in civilization again. And there's some things about civilization, there's all the Wi-Fi and the cell phones and all of that kind of energy. So we're learning to live in that world, in this world. And if you've been following me at all, you know that we've been through a lot of stuff. And a lot of it was I had to clear the victim stuff in me. I seem to have been attacked by lots of things. And as I came back, a couple of those buttons were pushed. And I didn't want my little boys, Ben and Baden, and my wife and I to be living in fear anymore, or living like the world could attack us. Or we want to be in the world. That's why we came back. And that's why we started our business again a few years ago and really connected with people from all over the world. But I wanted to clear that stuff because I don't want my boys to grow up in a place where they have to fear the world. And so that's what this motivation is all about for me. And I'd love to hear what your motivation is. So join me. I will see you all soon. Look for the links. I'm going to put them in the comments below as soon as this is done. All right. Bye now. Ralph Havens signing off.